Alright, now that we've finished rigging the biped, I'm going to go ahead and select the mesh, choose the Select and Link tool, and then I'm going to link it to the BIP01 pelvis. And link that. You can see here in your hierarchy that it's under that category now. Then I'm going to go ahead and choose Max Script, Run Script, JMS Exporter. Click Export. Just give this a minute while it exports the model. Alright, now I'm going to navigate to Data Characters SWAT Models again. I'm going to save it as swat.jms. Alright, now I'm going to close that, save this and close it. I'm going to go to my Halo Custom Edition root directory, bring up Tool, and I'm going to compile the bitmaps with Tool, bitmaps, characters, SWAT, bitmaps. Alright, that compiled. Now I'm going to open up Cornman, or Gorilla, whichever you want to use, and do New, Shader Model, check Simple Parameterization. I'm going to make it Cyborg Armor. And actually I'm going to change that. I'm going to use Human Skin. And then we're going to go down to here to Base Map, and we're going to type in Characters, SWAT, Bitmaps, SWAT. Alright, exit this, close, let's save. Alright, Characters, SWAT, create a new folder called Shaders, and name the shader SWAT. Alright, now you can close Gorilla for the moment, open up Tool again and type in Tool, Model, Characters, SWAT. Alright, that compiled just fine. Now I'm going to open Gorilla back up. I'm going to do New Biped. Now I'm going to set the bounding radius to 0.42. I'm going to set the model to Characters, SWAT. The animation graph I'm just going to set to Master Chief's animation graph, which is going to be Characters, Cyborg, and same thing for the collision model. Alright, now I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to check fires from camera, and default team is going to be player. Field of view, where is that? Camera field of view 70. I'm going to add a camera track, and again I'm just going to set it to the default for Master Chief, which is camera \biped _small_ tight. Alright, then I set the soft ping interrupt time to 0.3, hard ping time to 1, or hard ping threshold. I'm going to scroll down here to melee damage, and I'm going to just set that to the default as well. Characters, Cyborg melee. And then we're going to go down to new HUD interfaces. We're going to add, this is for the solo player HUD, so we're going to add again multiplayer HUD. And for that we're going to do UI/HUD/Cyborg_MP. Alright, dialogue variants, we're going to add one. We're going to set that to sound/dialogue/chief/chief. All of this stuff is just the default Cyborg information for the most part. So grenade velocity we're going to set to 10. Scroll down. The weapons, we're going to add the UMP45 as our default starting weapon. So weapons, UMP45, UMP45. That's the weapon from my previous tutorial, so if you don't have it, you can add whatever you want. Let's see. After weapons, we're going to go to see, I think I'm missing something. Alright, moving turning speed, we're going to put that to 337.7. That's just the number from the Master Chief biped. We're going to check uses player physics. Where is that? There it is. And uses limp body physics. Okay, stationary turning threshold, we're going to set to 60. And then we're going to scroll down here to movement. And I'm just going to enter these values from the Master Chief file, which is going to be 45, 20, 45, 1.25, 20, 45, and 0.65. For the footsteps, we're going to use globals /cyborg. Jumping and landing, we're going to do 0.065, 0.6, 0.1, no, 1, 1.5, 5, and 8. I think I missed something. Let me just open up the Cyborg biped real quick and check these values. Okay, that works. Alright, and then same thing here, we're just going to enter the values from the Cyborg file. Alright, and then contact points, we're going to want 2. One of them is going to be left foot, and the other is right foot. Alright, we're going to save. Characters, SWAT. We're just going to name this SWAT. Now we're going to go to Open, Globals, Globals.globals. And we're going to scroll down here to multiplayer information. Here it is. Under biped, we're going to change this to characters, SWAT. And that's pretty much it for the third person biped. So I'll pick up with the first person in the next tutorial. I almost forgot one last step with the third person biped. You're going to want to open up Cornman, go to Open, Characters, SWAT, and open up your .biped and your .gbx model. In your .biped, open the animation graph, and you can close that. Now you're going to scroll down to the bottom of the animation graph to the node list checksum. Copy that value and paste it into the node list checksum of the .gbx model. And you're going to want to save that. I decided not to cover the first person arms in this tutorial because I have another tutorial covering that, so I'll still include the model. You can just go to my other tutorial, there will be a link to that in the description. When you finish rigging those, they're really easy to add to in-game. You just go to globals, globals.globals, and then you scroll down to first person interface and change the file path for the first person hands to your new file path. And that's pretty much all there is to it. As you can see, our character is now in game. I've got it animated to Master Chief's animations. So everything should function pretty much just like the default character. Looks like we've got a little bit of a problem with the wrist here, but that could be adjusted pretty easily. So that's pretty much it for creating a character.